What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Locker Room Talk with Chris and Michael. This is episode 6. Technically, should be episode 7. We recorded last week, but we had some technical difficulties, so we will just go over like the few key points of what we talked about last week. But before we get started, let's bring in Michael. Man, how's it going?
Good, Chris. How's it going, man? Happy to be back.
Happy to be back, man. A little bummed out that last week did not work, but like I said, we will just talk over a few key points because it was good. It was some good content in there.
It was a good
I was
content.
actually excited about that episode. But yeah, we can jump straight into it.
Let's do it.
I know, well, I guess they didn't hear it, but we talked about like bringing up baseball and stuff. So I don't know if you heard the news. Oh, you heard the news today about the
Hmm.
A's possibly relocation. I digged a little into it. I dug a little
Hmm.
into it, and it said that basically they're saying it's like a scare tactic from the Athletics to the league to try and get them to either give approve their new stadium or give in and like remodel or something, which is very unlikely to remodel.
Right.
But I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on that. Do you think it is if it is truly a scare tactic? Do you think it's a smart play by the A's?
So it's a scare tactic from the A's towards the MLB or towards the city of Oakland.
Both,
Both.
because the MLB has to approve of that. I think it said like 855. I don't know, billion or million, whatever it is,
Uh huh.
for the stadium project, and then also for Oakland too.
Okay. Well, let me wait. Let's see. I mean, well, let's talk about like the Oakland sports, right?
Yeah,
Kind of like we saw. I sent you that video on Twitter. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it of Marshawn saying, "Hey, you know, we already lost. The Warriors. We lost the Raiders. You better not lose the A's.
yeah,
You know, and I feel like Oakland's kind of it's slowly dying.
hmm
Unfortunately, I feel like it's a good sports town. They have some devoted fans, man. Like, to me, it was a bummer when the Raiders left.
yeah,
I felt like the Raiders were more of a staple of Oakland than the Warriors were, because
hmm
the Warriors were first originally in San Francisco, and then they moved over to Oakland.
yeah,
But I feel like the Raiders have been there, coming from Los Angeles and relocating to Oakland. They've been in Oakland for a long time,
yeah,
and that hurt. So with this A situation, I think it's a pretty smart move from the A's because now they're putting some pressure on the necks of the MLB and the city of Oakland. Because I feel like the city of Oakland's kind of playing just kind of they're playing kind of dumb right now.
right.
If you really look at it, real estate wise and commercial real estate, bro, Oakland's sitting on a lot of money.
hmm
Oakland's sitting on a lot of money, and they want to tear down, the Coliseum. I read articles that they want to tear down the Coliseum and they want to tear down old Oracle Arena to build housing, like new, fancy apartments, fancy condos. I'm like, man, they're gonna do just like what they did to Hunter's Point with the Candlestick.
Yeah,
They could have easily tore down Candlestick. Niners could have played at Oracle. I mean, at the Oracle Park, or they could have played at Stanford Stadium for whatever time being, while they redid the new Levi Stadium right there at Candlestick.
hmm
And then they didn't. If you go to Candlestick now, they're just nothing but new houses.
yeah,
And
exactly.
it's a shame to see. I would hate for Oakland to lose another franchise like it is the Oakland A's.
Yeah,
And I think, me personally, I think it's a smart move from Oakland, from the A's, to be like, you know what? Look, if you guys don't hook us up or help us out or speed up the process, we're gonna find some suitors somewhere else, which there are.
yeah, definitely.
I was reading that the Vegas is interested.
hmm
Vegas got money, and they're like, yeah, we'll build you a stadium right here next to Allegiant Stadium.
Yep.
They already got hockey, they got football, they have a soccer team, um, they got
Basketball,
WNBA,
WNBA. Yeah.
they got
Yep.
WNBA. All they need is a baseball team and a basketball team,
Yep.
and that's soon to come. So, I mean, I'm reading too, like the mayor of Oakland, Libby Schaaf. She's not
Wow.
much of a help. She's not much of a help. She says she's help, but she's not much of a help, to be honest. It would be a shame for Oakland to lose the A's. I think Oakland is holding on to the A's, and more people are going to the stadium because that's all they got.
Yeah.
That's all they got.
No more Warriors. They don't want to cross the bridge. Pay
They
those
don't
toll
want.
fees.
They
They're
don't want to
more
cross the bridge.
expensive out there.
And honestly, like, compared to taking, for example, a lot of people take BART, right? BART is a
Right.
huge from BART to Coliseum, you get off on Coliseum Station and you just walk right there to the stadium and to the arena. Over here with both Giant Stadium and the Golden State Warriors Arena at Chase Center, you got a BART and then you either got to take an Uber or you got to take a bus
Gotta walk
to get to or walk a heavy minute forever to get to these places. I mean, it just sucks. So I think it's a smart move by Oakland, by the Oakland A's. Hopefully they get their new stadium. They deserve it. They deserve a new stadium.
Yeah.
I think they're one of the, it's funny, like they have an old stadium, but it's not historical like other, it's not a Wrigley Field. That's hella old. It's not a Fenway Park. That's hella old. This Coliseum is hella old, but it's not historically
60s,
hella
right?
old. Yeah, probably even more. Who knows? Yeah, I think it's a smart move by the A's. What do you think?
No, yeah, I'm on board for it too. I think it's a smart move by the A's just because one, I think they deserve a new stadium. Like we said, it's just old. It's like a lot of people like kind of mess around and tell jokes like, oh, like the Coliseum is just concrete, Like, that's why you go there. It's like, I mean, I've been there. I mean, it's whatever. Like, it's not terrible, but when you look at some of these nicer stadiums, like the Giants Stadium over there at Oracle Park now, you got these other stadiums all across the country, dude. It's just way more. Way better than the Coliseum, and it's just like I think I understand. I feel like, especially from the mayor's point, is like, well, you guys don't win, so like, why are we going to cash out?
Exactly.
So, but it's like, yeah, they do care about just like these housing developments and projects and the regentrification of the city, and that's all they care about is money.
That's
to
all
be
they
honest. And I was reading an article that said it's a threat towards the city because the city would have to commit to, it was like $855 million for that stadium that they want downtown at the Port of Oakland. And I'm like, I see that's a lot of money, and they might be like, okay, well, you don't win it. You want all this shit. But it's like the Raiders don't win either. I mean, I know they relocated, but it's like, they don't win either, So I just feel like put the pressure on them, and then they also had to put the pressure on the MLB because it's like, if they're not going to give us this new stadium in Oakland, like, we want to relocate. And it's like the MLB is kind of like on the fence too, like, well, like, you're that franchise from Oakland that's been there forever. That Coliseum is, even though it's not historical, like we just said, it's like a staple, they said. And it's just like, dude, like, it's just another pillar in the community. Like, it's not anything fancy, dude. Like, it's just whatever, bro.
Another pillar in the community.
Like, just to be honest, bro, it's like, it's whatever. I mean, I think I was looking at the list of like the top 5 spots to relocate to, and they said one of them was San Jose. They're like, just because they want to relocate, it doesn't mean that they have to leave the state. But I think the problem with that, which I haven't seen anything on it yet, but it's like the Giants have their triple A, I think, their affiliate, the San Jose Giants. So
that's right.
I don't know if there's like any like ownership or like rights to like the city of San Jose. Right. I feel like that could get like complicated, like, well, the A's got this big old new stadium in San Jose, but the Giants just got like a little minor league,
Right, that's right.
And the Giants have actually won titles in recent years, so I don't know. I feel like it could be a sticky situation there, but overall, man, I think it's a good move by the A's. Whether it's just like a bluff to see what's going to happen with the league and with the city of Oakland, I mean, it could get the ball rolling, So I feel like overall, good move by the A's, and I mean, it could pay off in the end,
I think so. I mean, if you look at all the stadiums in their division, like, nice. I mean, look, they're nice. You go to Seattle, nice. You go to Houston, nice.
Yep.
Where else you go in the American West?
Texas, right?
You go to the Rangers, nice. Who else is in that? Who else is in that division?
On a blank. Is it Angels?
You go to Anaheim, nice stadium.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? Like, it's just nice stadiums. So I can see how I can see how they look. It's time for an upgrade.
Yeah, I mean,
you're right. They don't win. They don't win, but
who knows? Maybe they can light a spark.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they bring joy to the community.
Yeah.
People show up. I show up. Mm-hmm. I showed up a couple times to the A Stadium for like $2 tickets, and they got these like some. They got some.
It won't be no $2 tickets to get a new stadium though.
Oh hell no! But I mean, it would be a shame for them to lose another team. Yeah. Think about it, bro. It's like Oakland really lost 3 franchises, bro.
And like you said, within the span of 2 years.
with a span of 2 years. That's gonna suck. That would suck.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I think if they do relocate too, I feel like Vegas probably makes the most sense.
yeah,
Just like you said, they got all those big sports franchises.
close
They're getting
by.
into like the sports podcast industry too. So it's going to become
Mm-hmm.
like a big sports town. So I
It's
don't know. I feel
growing.
like that makes sense. I also saw like they said someone just threw it out there, like Nashville, like North Carolina. So I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, but
some
like
states that don't have a team.
yeah, but I'm
Oh,
like
that's far though.
yeah, that's far. It's like I feel like the Nashville Athletics, like that don't sound good.
Nah,
Like Las Vegas Athletics, like the LA, the Las Vegas A's or some shit.
Las Vegas A's.
I don't know. I mean, it's a very, very young developing story,
Yeah,
but something to keep an eye on. But I just wanted to touch on it because I know we haven't talked about baseball much, and that
yeah.
was kind of like the shock that everyone was talking about today in the sports world. So we'll
And they're
keep
still
an eye.
talking about it.
Yeah,
And they're still talking. We'll keep an eye on it for sure.
yeah. So that's a little jump and a little deep dive into the baseball world for today. I know we wanted to retouch on the NBA, what we touched on
That's
last
right.
week. So we kind of discussed like the whole play-in tournament. Um, we had some confusion, but we did clear it up. So it is a single game elimination, right?
It's single game elimination. Yeah.
7 versus 8.
So from what I read, it's 7 versus 8. Winner of that game gets 7 seed.
Mm-hmm.
The loser, which is the 8th seed, plays the winner of the ninth and the 10th seed.
Okay.
So I guess you want to be in the 7 or 8 seed
Yeah, because you get two chances
because you get two chances. One
potentially.
potentially you get two chances. So I mean, let's look at the West, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now we got oof, dude. I don't know about your Lakers, man. How do you feel about your Lakers?
Oh, I'm
Touch just
scared.
brief touch before we go deep dive into this scenario.
Scared, man. They're falling, but I also know they're falling. I also know they're falling due to the injuries. AD missed all that time. LeBron missed some time. He came back for 2 games. They said he was supposed to come back tonight. I honestly haven't even tuned into the game yet. So I don't know if he did or not. That was the hope. But the biggest thing is health, man. And then also
Mm-hmm.
you got Schroeder missing some significant time right now as well because the whole COVID protocols. I guess
That's right.
I think he was around someone who tested positive, and he said he's like, man, like I'm vaccinated, bro. Like, I can't afford to miss any more time than I already have in like with injuries with COVID
Mm-hmm.
protocols before. These are some crucial games,
That's right.
and it's true. I mean, tonight's like the last big game of their stretch. Like they got the Knicks, and
Right.
then I think they're tied. I think at halftime, and they have like their last 3 games are very winnable games. It's not like the Warriors they played the Jazz last night and then they play the Suns tonight.
Yeah.
So it's a
I got
tough
the
stretch for them.
I got the Suns.
Um,
I got them on right now.
but yeah, I mean the Lakers obviously fell into the playoff game right now. I don't know if they're going to make it out, but I will say that I'm nervous, being a fan.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at the matchups that would be right now 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lakers Warriors. It would be a good matchup.
Yeah,
I'll give a slight edge to the Lakers because I feel like they just have a better record. But I don't know. Steph Curry, can definitely light it up. I think it would be a win-win situation for both of those franchises because I feel like okay, if the Warriors say Lakers win, they get the 7th seed. Now the Warriors play the winner of Grizzlies Spurs right now, and
yeah.
I kind of feel like the Warriors would have the hand of either the Spurs or the Grizzlies. Um, but I like it. It's gonna be a tough situation. I mean, you guys are 2 games behind the Mavericks.
Yeah.
I mean, the Blazers were in the 7th, not too many games ago. So I think it's going to be a tough stretch for. I
The
feel like the
Lakers have to win out, including tonight.
yeah, I feel like the Lakers are if out of most pressure out of these 14, I think it's the Lakers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think they're the team that's mostly pressured right now. Um, and I mean, it's going to be interesting to watch. I mean, I'm tuning in. I'm going to tune in. So for people to be like, "Oh no, I don't like that playoff," I mean,
Ooh.
there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more incentive for
Uh,
these 10 and
I
9.
I was just looking right now too, looking over the schedule because the Lakers. I said
Hmm.
they got 3 more easy games. Well, they beat the Rockets Monday night.
Yeah.
Wednesday they play the Jazz, tough game.
Oof.
Thursday they play the Suns, tough game,
Oof.
and then Sunday they play the Nuggets, tough game. But those are the top 3 seeds in the West, I think.
The Lakers?
No, the Blazers.
Oh, the Blazers
Yes,
play these.
so the Blazers could potentially fall.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna play
I,
hard. Dame's gonna give it all he's got, but That makes me feel a little bit more comfortable because the Blazers could potentially drop all three of those.
That's 3 games, right? That's three
Yeah.
games left.
Yeah, for the Blazers, yeah. The
Okay.
Lakers, I looked at the Lakers earlier. They have Rockets winnable,
Mm-hmm.
Pacers winnable, and who was the last one? Let me see. I think it might have been the Thunder. Oh, let me
Oh,
see.
that's super winnable.
Oh, Pacers, Rockets, Pelicans,
Oh, that's
all winnable games.
yeah. The Blazers can fall all the way to seventh. I mean, the
Yeah,
Warriors, if they win today, they'll go to 37, and there's 2 more games left after that. They can potentially go up to 37, 38, 30. Yeah, the worst the Trailblazers can do is seventh at this point.
yeah. And the Warriors, they got Pelicans and Grizzlies, which are very winnable games.
Yeah,
They're close with the Suns right now too. So I don't know.
yeah.
I think things are gonna get interesting, dude.
I mean, it's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch.
And what we talked about last week, we kind of talked about like, are we a fan of the play-in game tournament style? I mean, just to recap for the listeners and the viewers, we were both in favor of it. I mean, I think from a fan's perspective, it like adds some flavor, some flair. You know,
Hmm.
right now, especially like we said, the end of the season, just to see like seating wise, and then 7 versus 8, dude. Lakers versus Warriors could be. I don't know. I mean, I would be scared because of Steph too. You know, like no one can
Yeah,
stop Steph right now. He's hottest in the league
he's
right
hot
now.
right now.
And then also like dealing with his injuries, like LeBron is most likely not going to be 100%. Davis has been like hit or miss coming back from injury, and he
Yeah,
missed that game too with like back spasms, or he left the game early. It's like every game is an injury scare for him, you know?
that's daunting. That's daunting
Yeah.
because that puts the Lakers in jeopardy. Like, are you guys only going to get the bubble ring? Do you think
Yeah.
you'll be able to get another ring?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'll be interesting to watch, especially this season. I mean, if they can bounce back and get healthy by a playoff time, maybe they can make some noise.
Honestly, I feel like since LeBron is not going to be 100%, AD is obviously the factor because like we said, we saw last year in the bubble against the Blazers, like AD had 9 points, but
Yeah,
then like he came back, I think from injury. I forget who we played, but he scored like 4 points. But then again on Sunday against the Suns, this
he
fool
went
goes off
off.
for 42 points.
It's
You know,
ridiculous. It's
so it's like
ridiculous.
I mean, I feel like he's going to be the deciding factor in a game like the Warrior against the Warriors. If we land in that playing spot against the
Mhm.
Warriors, because it's like if LeBron's hurt and not be able to play these minutes, and AD is just ice cold, you're going to have Steph going off. You know,
Right.
nobody
Which is
really
most
has anybody to
likely,
guard Steph.
possible. It's looking like right now Lakers Warriors, unless you win now and Blazers drop,
Yeah,
it'll be Warriors Blazers, Grizzlies Spurs, and I mean that's why these next 2 games, 3 games they're gonna be interesting to watch. I'm tuned in.
yeah,
I got it on here while we're doing the podcast. I got the background
yeah.
just seeing how the Warriors turn out because they're tied with the Grizzlies right now,
Mm-hmm.
36-33, and Grizzlies have 36-33 also. So anything can happen. It'll be fun to watch. Well,
Yeah.
how about that? How about that Eastern Conference though? How you feeling with the Eastern Conference?
Eastern Conference, I mean, I feel like it's basically going to be the like we discussed in episodes in the past, either Brooklyn or Philly that's coming out. So that's probably going to be the Eastern Conference Finals. You
Right.
know, I know the Raptors were officially eliminated from playoff contention.
That's right.
So it's most likely going to be one of those teams. And right now, honestly, I mean, with the injury still going on, I feel like Philly is the team to beat right now.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they get over that hump. I'm
Yeah.
hoping they get over that hump.
The Doc Rivers I mean, I thought it was going to be a flop over there in
Oh, that's
Philly.
right.
I thought
Taking
I
it back
was
to last season.
Yeah, I was like, nothing's really going to change, to be honest, from the whole LA Clipper situation, and now Philly with all these stars. So I don't know, but I mean, I'm rooting for Philly. I mean, yeah, the Nets are cool to watch too. You know, like Harden.
Right.
I mean, KD's all right to watch. Kyrie's kind of just like I don't know. I'm not feeling his vibe anymore, but
That's
he's
right.
a hell of a point guard. So I mean, for me, if I had to pick right now, I would say Philly, but once Harden comes back, I think he's a deciding factor in that Brooklyn trio, that big three. So if Harden comes back, it's going to be hard to pick against him.
Definitely. And then what? How do you feel about the playoff the playoff teams in the playoff round for the Eastern Conference? You know, in 7, 8, 9, 10, you got the Celtics, the Hornets, Pacers, and Wizards. Who do you think out of those four can make it and make some noise and maybe challenge these the Phillies or the Nets or the Bucks or the Knicks? Who do
Sixers,
you?
Sixers, the Phillies.
Oh yeah, the Sixers, the Sixers. Who do you think out of these bottom four teams do you think has the best chance at knocking off, you know, one of the juggernauts up top?
I'd have to say Charlotte, man. I mean, just that fire of LaMelo Ball, being back. They said he was supposed to be out for the season.
Mhm.
Normally, I would pick the Celtics, but they just lost Jalen Brown for the
Yeah,
season, so that's a big miss for them. I know him and Tatum were like that 1-2 punch, that
that's
duo.
right.
So it's going to be tough because he's one of their experienced guys already, even though he's so young with all that playoff experience already
Hmm.
coming out of the East. So if I had to pick, I would say Charlotte for sure. LaMelo, I think, is definitely a star in the making. I actually did. I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I know that the Timberwolves are like, okay, Anthony Edwards is balling too. So, okay, they're like, whatever. We miss out on LaMelo, we don't care. But the Warriors, man, I mean,
Damn.
I don't know. I mean, I know Wiseman, he has the potential, but I mean, if I was the Warriors, I would kind of be like, damn, like, did I miss on LaMelo Ball?
I mean, he's proving a lot of people wrong right now.
Because I've been hearing too. So I believe the Warriors are getting the Timberwolves lottery pick because it's like the way the seeding fell or the standings
Oh,
fell. So I
right.
believe they're going to get the lottery pick. So I've been hearing like some chatter like, oh, do they pair Wiseman and the lottery pick and ship them off for a star? Like
I
a,
mean,
a
who do you
vet.
think? Who do you think they? Who would think? Because that's a lot. You're giving a lot there. You're giving, you're giving your number one draft pick, and you're giving up a future number one round pick.
You would need someone to make noise like a Giannis or
Uh
something like
huh.
that. Um,
Exactly.
But I mean, like we've talked about in previous episodes, like Giannis, like he's hit or miss too. But I
It's
mean,
like,
in that Warriors offensive scheme, it would be insane. I think it would be better than Brooklyn.
yeah, and who would you who if I'm the Warriors, if I'm the Warriors organization, who am I looking at like that can buy me, with this lottery pick and Wiseman can get me who? You know what I'm saying? Who do you
Uh,
think
I,
who
I I
who can
think
bait?
I think yeah, like a Giannis type player, but like even then, if you don't want to go for like that big old contract that Giannis, would bring, you could go for like a smaller market guy. I mean, not necessarily a smaller market, but like a less um like a lesser team, like a bottom field, like the Bulls. You can go get Zach LaVine or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, I think there's a whole bunch of like, you could go and get Kawhi. I'm pretty sure Kawhi would be unhappy, honestly.
Oh,
If they don't make a deep run, I feel like Kawhi would potentially leave, and leave Paul George stranded there. Uh, I don't know. I mean, just off the top of my head, you could look for like a Donovan Mitchell. Like these guys that are
right.
not necessarily superstars yet, but they're big enough in their role to help the Warriors succeed and play for another championship. So I mean, just off the top of my head, those are the few guys that came to mind. Like I said, a Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum. I don't
Right.
think they would let go of Jason Tatum, but
Maybe a
I mean,
Siakam.
yeah, Siakam and guys like that. Where they're young and they're not stars yet, but with that system, they could become stars. You know.
Definitely.
So
What?
I think that this playing around will definitely be interesting.
Yeah, and I think with that being said, I think I'm gonna choose the Wizards out of being my shocker in the East. I mean, Beal and Westbrook, bro. I mean, I thought Westbrook was dead, man. To be honest,
Yeah, a lot of people did, man.
I, I
I've always thought Westbrook was kind of slept on.
yeah, I mean, I wrote him off. I'm like, damn, bro, the disrespect shifting him off to Washington, bro.
I
I'm
think it
like,
just
damn,
didn't. I think it just didn't work well in Houston, so everyone was like, he's done. I
yeah,
just feel like the whole situation there with Harden was already like in turmoil, to
right.
like too deep. So Harden was kind of like, whatever, this is my squad. Like I'm gonna do what I can.
And maybe this is what he needed. He needed a small market team
Hmm.
to. I mean, I'm not saying OKC is high market, but they were already popular with Durant,
Yeah, and he
Harden,
was playing with
Westbrook.
superstars like that. Yeah.
Exactly. But now you end up on some like lower, mid-level team
Hmm.
that doesn't really make noise anytime. Like they're hardly ever in the playoffs. I mean, Washington, like they're making some. He ends up in what? I mean, I'm trying to think of a signing in a soccer. It's like maybe when Ronaldinho landed in Querétaro.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
damn, bro, you sent my boy to Mexico. I mean, I loved him there.
Yeah.
But damn, he fell all the way to like Mexico
Hmm.
or, you know what I'm saying? And he flourished there, kind of like Gignac with Tigres. He
Yeah.
was this huge French soccer star, and now he ended up in Monterrey, Mexico. That's how I
Hmm.
kind of see Westbrook. Like, dude, he's resurging. He's bringing some wins. He's scoring points. He broke that the triple double record of
Hmm.
the Big O.
Yep.
I'm gonna be looking at them. I'm gonna be looking at that playoff game between right now it's Wizards Pacers. So I think they
Yeah.
can win that. I think they can win that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could win that. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't even think about it. I was forgetting about Westbrook there too. I was thinking it was just Beal, but
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, it could be either or. But I feel like if I had to pick like a sleeper pick, it would definitely be Charlotte. I feel like the Wizards, based on the way they're playing, is more of like a well, yeah, well, no shit, yeah, they could make some noise. But so
Right.
if I had to pick like a sleeper, I would still stick with Charlotte.
Charlotte. Okay. Wow. I mean NBA's looking good right now. I'm excited for this year's playoffs. I'm looking for this elimination uh, game, and let's see what happens. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, we got a few more days left to wrap it up, see what seating is looking like, and then we're all in, deep dive
That's
into the
it.
playoffs. But on a different note, going to the NFL now. Just a quick recap. I know we discussed Niners. We kind of both said we were looking forward to Justin Fields being a Niner, but obviously it didn't happen. But we were both just kind of happy, it wasn't Mac Jones
Sure.
at this point. So to build on some new news, we got your boy Tim Tebow coming to Duval County with the resurgence in his NFL career. I know a lot of people have been talking about all over social media like, well, why does Tebow get a chance, but Cap doesn't get a chance.
That's right.
So um, the situations are kind of similar where you know Tebow had the kneeling for like praying, and stuff like that, and he was praised for it, even though it was during the anthem. And then you get Cap for the social reform, was booed for it. We all know what happened there. Um, Cap has obviously been blackballed out. So, what do you think, Tebow, with being almost a decade, man, out of the league? What are your thoughts? Do you think he's deserving of this shot? Are you a fan of it? What are you thinking?
Uh, you know, I think let's just call it what it is. Like, it's privilege. It's the Yakubian privilege. But I feel like it's a little distinct. I feel like if Tebow would have been trying out as a backup quarterback for Trevor Lawrence, now
Yeah.
that would have been fucking news.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm looking more at the disrespect to other players, other tight ends who are like trying to make it, who are actually working out, who have actually been on teams cut. They're trying to make it up again. And out of nowhere, you're gonna get a guy who doesn't even cover NFL. He covers the college football.
Yep.
He doesn't even cover NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's a slap in the face to all these players. And call it what it is, man. I mean, everyone's saying, "Oh, it's because of his relationship with Urban Meyer and all." If that was the case, where other coaches would bring on old players that they wanted to bring, I think it's a disrespect to a lot of tight ends who are looking for a spot.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, and like we've seen a lot of comments on Twitter and social media about other players talking about like, whoa, that's how does this happen? For example, the cap thing,
Yeah.
and we all know, man, like what happened to Cap is very saddening, and the fact that everybody sees it, but the NFL
Right.
is mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm.
He kneeled for a cause that the NFL now puts at the end of their end zones and racism
Exactly. Yeah. On their helmets.
on their helmets. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing exactly what he was doing.
Yep.
4 or 5 years ago.
They blackballed him. Now they're monetizing off of it.
You know what I'm saying? The disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer, right? It's a bummer
Mm-hmm.
that Cap has been blackballed. But back to this Tebow thing, I think it's a disrespect to players of that position.
Right.
I'm like, dude, if I'm a Waller, what if I was George Kittle looking for a team, bro?
Mm-hmm.
And these guys pick up Tebow, who hasn't even played the position.
Yep.
Not only hasn't played the position, he hasn't played in how many years?
I think it's 2012 was his last game.
That's what, almost 9 years.
Yep.
And this man doesn't even cover the NFL. He covers college football. I see him on First Take and what is it? College Game Day. He's doing that stuff. He's not doing prime time.
And he
He's
says
not.
that college football players don't deserve to be paid.
He's
You know?
oh my god,
Yeah,
bro.
he's just one of those guys, man. I don't know, it just
So
doesn't add up.
I doesn't add up, and I feel it's disrespectful to. I I feel it's disrespectful to the game, man. Like this
Yeah,
guy he's like, hey man, like just because he's my boy, like I'm gonna give him a job. I mean, that's how you that's kind of showing you how the world works.
hmm
You know,
yeah,
it's like, hey man, just because you're my boy, come on,
exactly.
you don't got to do anything, just show up.
Yeah,
You know,
hmm
or if he just wants him to come mentor somebody, then hire him as a coach.
yeah. Tight ends coach something, you know.
Yeah, don't hire him as a player. That's disrespectful.
Hmm
I don't know. What are your thoughts? What are
I
your
don't know.
thoughts?
I'm kind of mixed emotions too, because like I was thinking about it in terms of that sense, like the real world. Like, well, what if I know someone that has this job opening and like I have no experience, and then they're like, that's cool, bro. Like I got you. Like I'll teach you anyways, you know. Like I'll be like, okay, cool, you're plugging it, you know. Like
Right.
so, like from that aspect, it's like yeah, okay. But like you said, from the NFL aspect, from the game standpoint, it's like you got these players who may have went undrafted, and they're like, okay, I'm looking for a shot. Like if the Jags are a bottom feeder, I just want a shot, practice squad, whatever it takes. And they're
Right.
like, nah, give me Tebow, like it's
That's
like,
the
and it's like not only
disrespect.
that, bro. Like you said, he covers college football. He hasn't played football. He's over here doing this whole publicity thing with the freaking Mets and shit, and he's in minor
That's
leagues.
right. That's
Yeah, he's been
right.
playing baseball, bro. Like, and he couldn't make it at that. Like, it's like, come on, dude. So I don't know. I just feel like I would
It's
be
like
pissed off from like a player's perspective.
yeah.
Um, and then in terms of like the whole like cap thing, I mean, yeah, it is frustrating, but at the same time, I kind of do see the differences because it's like, well, Cap never tried to change positions, Like, what if he was like, all
Hmm.
right, fuck it, I'll play receiver. They may have
Yeah.
given him a shot or something, but I mean, I
Right.
feel like at the same time, he shouldn't have to do that.
He
They,
shouldn't.
at the end of the day, they both took knees. One was praised, one was kicked out of the league.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it's upsetting, but I do see the differences at the same time. I do feel like it is that connection with Urban Meyer from Florida days, but at the same time, I feel like it's just a joke. Like
It's a joke.
if I was Trevor Lawrence, I'd be like, I do not want to throw the ball to Tim Tebow, bro. Like I do not bro. I do not want to play with this freaking NFL reject who turned to baseball and couldn't even make it in the minor leagues. Like
It's
I,
like it's like the media, bro. It's just trying to fit him somewhere.
mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, bro, let's try, like, let's put you over here.
Yeah,
Fuck, you suck at that. All right, bro, let's put you over here.
yep,
You suck at this too, bro. Just do tight end, bro. Just
yep,
play tight end.
mm-hmm.
It's just like, damn, dude. And go back to the cap thing. They both took knees. One is looking like is praised for it. The other one is demonized and blackballed. Um, it's just a shitty situation for Kaepernick. And I've never been a Kaepernick hater, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
could he be a little bit more accurate on throwing wise? Yeah, but man, this guy took us to a Super Bowl.
Like I said, dude, you have guys like Blaine Gabbert, Nathan Peterman, you have the Rex Grossmans of the world.
The Blake Bortles,
Yeah, like Blake Bortles.
the Trubisky's. Come
Yeah,
on,
guys
man.
like that, they got a shot, and Cap is, I mean, I feel like it's way deeper into that, which everyone knows by now. Um, I mean, and just to put it out there, I mean, I don't think that Tebow should have received any backlash for his kneeling either. But I mean,
Right,
you see the privilege and the difference in the situations when Cap was actually told to kneel, and Tebow was just doing it for his own thing, So,
yeah.
which is really just religious background, like I said. No hate, no shame on him for kneeling either. But it just sucks that after nearly a decade away from the game, it's like, all right, whatever. Like you come back, we got you.
And it goes to show, and it's just the disrespect, man, like to these other players of that position. It's like, bro, I'm pretty sure there's a tight end out there who's actually training to be who's been training as a tight end, who is went to college as a tight
Think
end.
about Ross Dwelly, bro. Like he's working his ass off. He's made some like key catches for the Niners who went to the Super Bowl. And it's like, he can go to the Jags and ball out and have a starting spot.
He
But
could.
they want Tebow. Tebow time or Tebow
That's
Mania,
nuts,
whatever was
man.
it?
Tebow time.
Whatever,
Tebow
whatever it
time.
was. Like, I don't know. It's frustrating to say the least, but
It's definitely
I also
frustrating.
did see some players too that were saying like defensive players. Like one of them, I don't remember his name, but he was a Steelers, and he was like,
Uh-huh, that's not
he put on Twitter, he's like, Tebow got a shot before Cap. Like I can't wait to play the Jags. Like he's gonna
yeah,
crack Tebow.
ridiculous.
So I don't know. I feel like it's a frustrating thing, but it's the NFL is a good old boys club, so we all know we saw it coming. As soon as they said like he's considering it, we all knew it was gonna happen.
Of course,
It's
ridiculous.
it's frustrating.
It's a joke.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I kind of hope he gets cracked like first play or some shit if he
He
starts.
if he starts, or even if he's out there blocking, somebody's gonna pancake him, bro.
I mean, and they said that Urban Meyer was like just he was convinced by his workouts and like his determination.
Oh yeah, they say that he's football ready.
Yeah, he's a hard worker. I'm like, look at Cap, bro.
Come
Cap said he's
on,
in
man.
better shape than his football playing days. You know?
The disrespect.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, I don't think that'll ever change. You know?
No,
Oh
damn.
man. Moving on real quick though, staying in the football lane. Real quick, we discussed the Raiders, their draft picks. Disappointing to say the least, man. I mean, I feel like they kind of dropped the ball. Like we said, they for the Raiders fans, I felt like they dropped the ball taking Leatherwood in the first round,
Right.
but they kind of made up with the safety out of TCU, maybe saved them. But what are you guys doing, man, with all these freaking safeties on your roster now? That was one thing we touched on last week. Um, I don't know, man. I feel like the Raiders are in trouble. I don't see things changing. You brought up a very good point last week about them, not being very good at drafting first round talent. I think
I
it's
mean,
very, very, very true, man.
I think they're just very poor evaluators.
Yeah.
I don't know who's evaluating. I don't know who's their scout guys. They're just like they're not evaluating good players. Like there was some good players at that position, or there was good players at who haven't been drafted yet who they could have taken,
Yeah.
but they took off this guy who could have been there easily in the second round, third round.
Hmm.
So I feel like it's just a poor evaluating of a player. Like you said, they have a bunch of safeties. Like, bro, you don't need that many safeties. I
Hmm.
know Abrams gets concussion here and there every other game, so I know you need to replace him,
And he can't guard nobody.
and he can't guard. So unless you guys convert four or two out of those five safeties that you have into some corners, I don't know what you guys are doing over there in Las Vegas.
Which they are talking about maybe taking Abrams into a linebacker.
Linebacker?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's just the Raiders for you, though, man. I mean,
Come on,
you
man.
could have drafted a linebacker, bro.
You could have drafted him. Yeah, you could have moved up and got a Kawhi Pay,
Yeah.
or they could have got somebody.
We could have got JOK,
Is that the guy from who Cleveland got?
Yeah, the Owusu, right?
They could have got that guy too. Like, I don't know, man. Raiders, I don't know what you're doing, man. Gruden's just soaking it up in that money, man. That 10% stake of the football team.
He's swimming in that money, bro.
He's swimming, man. Like you guys, he's not stressing. I'll tell you that,
Yeah.
bro. He can go 0-16, bro, and he won't get booted.
I mean, he'll be chilling, man, in Vegas, balling out. You
It's
know,
like
Mike Mayock too dropped the ball. How we discussed with that AB thing, and
right.
now these draft picks.
Okay, you know what? I'll give the Raiders a little hope. If I'm the Raiders, man, I'm gonna go get Aaron Rodgers right now.
Yeah,
I'm offering the farm for this guy, my bro. Let me get Aaron Rodgers because the Raiders are not making any noise in that division.
exactly.
Like
At
your
all.
quarterback is not razzle dazzle. Your quarterback is not scaring anybody. If anything, you should be more scared of Herbert.
Hmm.
Be scared of. They got Bridgewater's on the Broncos now, right?
Yeah,
I feel like Bridgewater's going to do better in the Broncos too. And
yeah.
of course, you got the big fish in Mahomes. I feel like if the Raiders want to make some noise and actually want to compete, look, man, there's a guy in Green Bay who doesn't want who already said he doesn't want to play there. Las Vegas isn't that far from LA, which I think his girlfriend lives in LA, and he does a lot of stuff, recordings, TV shows. It's only a helicopter ride away.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm the Raiders, I'm giving you the Raiders a home because I want Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and Rogers did say that that was a destination he would be open to going to. So I feel like if
No,
you're the Raiders, I know all you fanboys out there love Derek Carr, but If I
Bro,
have whatever franchise I am, if I have the opportunity to get Aaron Rodgers, you better believe, bro. I don't care who I got on my
all right,
team. You
bro.
are not saying like I'll ship you're all gone, bro. Give me Aaron Rodgers, you know?
I want one Raider fan, bro, to leave us a comment or write us on social media. Give me, bro, not even 10. Give me 5 good reasons why I should believe in Derek Carr. I'm not even a Raider fan, but I want you to tell if I was a newbie to NFL and I get to choose between Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, and Raiders. I want to know why do I go with Derek Carr and why should I believe in him?
And I will say, do not bring up like past stats or anything like that because
Nah, dude.
he was a good quarterback pre-injury. So
Exactly.
I would say do not bring up anything pre-injury. I mean, he's on 4th down, bro. He's throwing the ball away. Like
Come
he got
on,
guys up in
man.
the end zone. He's throwing the ball away.
Like I need to know. I need to know. I need a Raider fan to tell us why do you guys still believe in Derek Carr, bro? Like why? Why?
And I know we got plenty of Raider fans listening to this because they talk
Yeah.
shit to me all the time. So
Like I'm like we're not. The thing is we're not even bashing the Raiders. I just want you to tell them why do you guys believe in Derek Carr?
yeah,
Why?
exactly.
He
not gonna
doesn't
work.
win.
Are they going to try and become a run-heavy team now? Because they were saying, no, we drafted Leatherwood. You know, he's a good run blocker. We got Jacobs. We got Kenyon Drake, I believe. Yeah. I don't know.
I need to know. I need to know, and I need a Raider fan to tell us why.
It's not working, bro.
It's
Raiders,
not working.
you're in trouble. But piggybacking off this whole Aaron Rodgers to Oakland, I mean, oh shit, Aaron Rodgers to Las Vegas. Still getting used to that. That's the one thing we touched about too. You know, we talked about Niners. We heard the rumors that it was basically a done deal, and the Packers backed out. Then you hear John Lynch come out and say like it was a short phone call, and the Packers said not happening, and they hung up. You know, so it was just. But basically, bro, did you hear the new developments coming out today?
No, I didn't. I might have, but can you refresh my memory
Contract situation. Have you heard that?
about
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers?
Okay. So I'm gonna take that as a no.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, this is like recently before he said like I'm done. They were trying to extend him because they knew he was unhappy. They were trying to give him his way. They said, we will give you a extension. We will make you the highest paid quarterback in the league. You realize that means more money than Mahomes, bro.
That's more than $500 million.
They were willing
I mean,
to
$500,000.
they were willing to pay him more than Mahomes.
I
And
mean,
they said they were willing to pay him 45 per year, 45 plus per year.
that's how you solve. That's how you solve issues. Money.
Not to say that he doesn't deserve it, but that's a little insane, bro, for his age. You know, I mean, all he's done for your franchise, I get it, but 45 that's they said it was more than double his salary he's owed for 2021.
That's nuts, bro. And honestly, bro, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, all right, bro, I'll take that, and I need you to ship off Jordan Love, and I need a public apology from the GM saying that we're sorry that we drafted him. You know?
Yes, but Aaron Rodgers respectfully declined.
You're kidding. He
This
got money, bro.
This was in the past. They said that like this happened like within the recent months, like before any reports came out that he was frustrated. Any reports that like I want out, I'm not gonna play for you guys again. Before any of this was even known, like right after the playoffs, boom, talking about I'm unhappy. This in-house stuff, you know, GM coaches, I'm unhappy. I want to leave. You know, shop me around. They're like, bro, I will make you the highest paid quarterback in the league. And mind you, he just signed this contract extension not too long ago. You know,
Yeah, I remember that.
I feel like that's insane to have your franchise want to give you that much money and you don't want it. Honestly, I feel like I'll fuck it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I would take it too.
I
But
mean, you'll be sad, bro, for generations. You know, I mean,
But
not to say that he's not already sad for generations. But people are saying too, like, hey, bro, like this fool triggered like his own family, bro. Like he doesn't even talk to his family, bro. You think?
Oh yeah, I heard.
You know, so I don't know, dude. I just
Nah,
feel
man.
like things are rocky out there in Green Bay.
I feel like the Packers crossed the line, bro, and like you said, like this guy's double crossed his family. You know, he doesn't give a fuck. So it's like if money, bro, can't solve the issue, then he's like, I want out, bro.
Right.
Because like we said, he's got money, and it goes back. year after year, bro, it's just a disrespect to him. As like, hey man, if I'm him, bro, like if you're the GM and your franchise quarterback, he's won a Super Bowl before. He's like, hey man, I need some more help on the wide receivers. We already got Davante, but I need at least another. I need another number one and maybe like a slot, so who
Think
are
about
good,
when Adams goes hurt, like with the groin injury stuff. You got your boy Lazard.
bro. He's throwing to scrubs.
Yeah.
He's
Scantes
throwing to scrubs.
Valdez or whatever his name is.
And that's because Aaron Rodgers, bro, is on the money and is hitting them where because if they don't catch it, bro, that's on them.
Yeah,
and you can tell.
Not to say they're not like good route runners because they're obviously getting open, but
Yeah,
I mean, it helps that you got Aaron Rodgers in the
yeah.
back,
So I feel like it goes back to that. Like, damn, dude, he's been asking you guys to like, hey man, give me some more guys. So give me some good guys that will catch and throw the ball to. And year after year, they just don't. They don't. It's kind of like that little thing, like a bill that you have, but you don't pay, and bam, bro, the fucking that's Aaron Rodgers. The collections, that's Aaron Rodgers, bro. It's like, bro, bam, I don't want to play here no more.
Yep.
And like you said, if he's like that, and if you have teammates like Adam saying like, hey man, like, I had to appreciate what I had when I had it.
Hey, we also talked about that. So I would say if I'm the Raiders, I'm all in on Rodgers.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, any team, I'm all in on Rodgers. But seeing how he discussed potentially wanting to be a Las Vegas Raider, I would go all in. We also talked about the Niners, if they could make it happen, blah, blah, blah. Do we trade Trey Lance? Before the draft, we talked about go all in, like forget a draft pick, Honestly, I'm still on board. Like I told you last week, let Rodgers go somewhere else. I'm calling the phone, Davante. You want to be a Niner? Give me a wide receiver one, bro. That's what I need. And to be honest, bro, so you said Davante, we talked about last week that didn't make it out there, that he said you have to appreciate what you have while you have it.
Yeah.
They also asked him on I know your boy's show, Colin, the herd. He was a guest. And they asked him, hey, like, not to start any, like, drama or anything, but we, everyone in the world wants to know, so we're going to ask, if Aaron's gone, what is your situation looking like? And he goes, to be honest, man, like, I would definitely have some rethinking to do. He's like, not to say that I would be gone for sure. He's like, but that would kind of put us into, like, a rebuild mode, and I would definitely have to think, like, is this where I want to be?
Exactly.
And, I mean, I've heard a lot of people also saying, like, bring Davante back bring him to Vegas as well. Reunite him with Derek Carr, blah, 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 because the Fresno Bulldog connection. But let's not forget, man, Davante is from the Bay. Bring him back home. Born in Redwood City. I believe he grew up in Palo Alto, though. I would be going all in. I'd be like, you know what? We think we have our guy in Trey Lance. Let's roll the dice on it. Think about it. Whether it's Jimmy or Trey Lance, to have Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, and Davante as your options, and I mean, potentially Jalen Hurd, dude. I feel like if that's me, I'm sorry, Aaron. I know you could bring us some rings, but I feel like Davante could bring us some rings too. Adding to that lethal offense. What do you think? Would you rather have Davante, or would you rather go for A-Rod?
I think longevity wise, I would take Davante Adams. Just because we already have a franchise quarterback. First, we already have franchise Jimmy G, but he's towards out. But let's see what Trey Lance can do. Maybe Trey Lance can take us well into 10 years. Kind of have like a Russell Westbrook career, like Russell Wilson career.
I didn't even catch it at first.
he can take us into longevity like that, and just bring us some weapons. We got a solid O-line now. We got plenty good running backs. And we got a solid defense. I mean, we're ready to win, man. We're ready to win. Why not join a competitor than stay with a rebuild?
I'll give it Mostert for Davante.
Yeah.
I would. His contract is not that good right now. So, I mean, I think if the Packers would be – I mean, it's not that bad, should I say. The Packers would be intrigued to take it on, and give him a lesser of a deal over there when it's time to resign. I think I would give up Mostert. I don't know. You would have to throw something in there. Throw in Jalen Hurd or something, bro. Like,
you got
to throw your boy Trent Taylor or some shit.
Throw in something like that. Throwing some of that.
Like a second round, maybe third round,
Give him like a Mullins. We still got Mullins right on the roster, or
I
he's
don't think
gone.
no.
He's gone.
Gone. Unsigned, I believe.
Ooh,
I don't know
he
where.
had his chances, bro.
I don't know where he's gonna get signed.
I don't know. For all those people that said that he could start anywhere. I want to see it. I'm just saying, bro. He had. I know this is deviating from the Rodgers thing and Adams, but Mullins had his opportunities to make a name for himself, and he didn't. So I don't know. But I would like Davante Adams in the Niners
Yeah, definitely. I just looked into his contract, so he's 4 year, $58 million. Free agent 2022.
next year, next season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean
I'll extend him too.
he's worth it.
That's what I would do. That's what I'm all in right now. On Davante, man, make it happen. If you listen to this, Niner fans, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Davante Adams? I mean, I know a lot of them are going to take Rodgers, to be honest. I mean, because it's enticing, man. Those, like I told you, we talked about it, off the podcast. Like he's got at least 4 good years left, probably 2 rings, in that span with the defense and the offensive weapons that we have right now. But I don't know, man. I just feel like all the drama he is, like we said, he double crossed his family. It could bite us in the ass too, So
I guess the only good thing about Aaron Rodgers, bro, is that he's already proved that he can throw to nobody.
yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Now, what can he do with with receivers who are somebody like Debo, Ayuk,
Yeah,
Kittle?
could you imagine? He's really never had that.
He's only had Davante Adams, and Davante Adams can only be at one spot. Out on the field. Here, potentially, you have 3 guys who you can hit. You don't like the first read, second read, third read. They're good reads. You can do a little dump screen pass to Mostert or to Sermon or Wilson Jr.
Yeah. We've seen what I mean. We've talked about Kittle. He doesn't get used enough in the red zone, but you can implement him more in the red zone. You can hand the ball off. Like you said, hand the ball off to Mostert, Sermon, or a little dump screen pass, something like that. We've seen Ayuk's footwork in the red zone already. We already know he's gonna be something special. The little jet sweeps, slants from Debo. I think to have a big body receiver like Davante Adams in the red zone, man, that could be special, man.
Something to get excited about for real.
I mean, who knows? It's a long shot. No one's even discussing it, but I feel like if I'm the Niners, that's the move I'm making. Let Aaron Rodgers walk to the desert wherever he's going.
But if something happens, bro, you guys heard it here first.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You never know.
And we've been on point. We've been saying stuff on here that it hits mass media 2-3 days later.
Yeah, and like I said, dude, we discussed in the episode that didn't make it out. I also said if I'm a Raiders fan, I give me Julio too. That's on my list too. Give me another big body in Julio for someone to throw to. Whether it's Carr, whether it's Rodgers, whether it's what's his name, the flying Hawaiian. What's his name, bro? It's like slipped my mind.
Mariota. Oh shit!
It's Mariota, bro. Give him a big body. I mean, I know Julio's hurt a lot. I'm sure the contract is pretty steep, but hey, you got to gamble, dude. If you want to make some noise in this league, you got to take risks and make moves.
You got to take risks. That's what they got to do. You got to take risks.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. A lot of stuff to look forward to. I think that pretty much wraps up tonight's episode.
Definitely. Good episode.
Yeah, another fun one, man.
Another fun one.
Praying that we don't get no technical difficulties on this one.
No.
This should be out very soon. And thank you guys for listening, man. You have anything else you wanted to add before we wrap it up officially?
No, man. I mean, what's like something to look forward to?
I mean, we touched on like the whole Champions League, but I mean, we still got a few weeks. We still got a few weeks. So we could rerun that, So
we can leave that for the next episode. Let's see. For all those soccer fans who are like deep soccer fans and like soccer within the area, League MX that's starting their playoffs tomorrow. So maybe we'll touch a little bit on that. See who's your favorite to win it all this year. And maybe no, I think that's about it. We already talked about Chicharito being blackballed from the selección. The Cheech, man, he's scoring goals, but they won't give him a call. I mean, that's something to touch later on, maybe when the Mexican national team actually has some games. And I mean, we'll touch upon the leagues around the world are coming to a conclusion.
Yeah.
So that's coming to an end. We'll touch upon the latest champions on each league. we'll see how the American players are doing in England and
Hmm.
all over the world too. Because I know we have maybe have some U.S. soccer fans in here as well. Aside from that, I mean, no man. I mean, we'll keep touch, keep an eye on the football news. NBA playoffs coming up. Keep an eye on that Oakland A situation, soon to be who knows A's situation.
Yeah, I know. Who knows where they're gonna be?
And no, I'm excited. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I will definitely. I mean, I already know it's going to be a topic of discussion with the people in my circle, but I will definitely reach out to Raiders fans. The topics that we discuss, I want to get their opinions, see if
That's
they.
right.
If, I already know they're like, oh, you guys are just haters, but hey, we call it how it is, man.
Call it
It is
how it
what it
is, man.
is. Whether it works for them or not, we will let you guys know next week. I will get a tally. If you got any Raider fans out there, man, tell them to let us know what they
Let us
think.
know.
So that's officially a wrap for episode 6 in the books. We appreciate you guys for listening in, and man, we hope everyone stays safe. Michael, I will see you next week, my guy.
Chris, be safe. Watch sports. Have a good weekend. See you next week.
Yes, sir, man. Peace out.
Peace.